Bro. Nice, nice. And we are back. Let me make sure my
But
audio.
a
Yeah, my audio is good.
finale.
Season finale. Here we go. Season finale for The Last of Us. Man, it was a goodie. It was a goodie. I liked it a lot. But there was something in there in this episode where I was like, yeah, now I see what Tim was talking about last episode, and I'm gonna bring it up later on. I'll bring it up later on, but let's go ahead and get the intro going. So look here,
Uh-oh.
hey, appreciate everybody appreciate everybody joining us on Rated R for reviews, man. Hit the like button, subscribe, of course, if you're new, man. We are a small channel right now, but we are getting up there, man. The views are getting up there, you know what I mean, and the subscribers are getting up there. So hey, don't trip, you know what I'm saying. Look at here, okay. We've grown multiple channels on YouTube. One of them for over 30,000 subs, the other one over 10,000 subs. Don't trip. I will grow this one. Okay, it's gonna be over 100,000 subs over here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we working hard. You know what I mean? So don't trip. All right. This is oh, by the way, I gotta say this open mic panel. Okay, don't hey, if you watch The Last of Us, if you watch any show that we're talking about, feel free, man. Hey, say I want to pull up. I want to pull up and I want to give my take, you know what I'm saying, on whatever the show that we're talking about. You know what I mean? And so right now, obviously, we're talking about The Last of Us. Great show. Great show, man. Season finale. Great show. Another show that we talk about is Naked and Afraid. Hey, that one is a great show too. I watched that one a lot, and so that one is yeah, that was more about a survival type of show, but it's great, man. It's great. So yeah, come back for that too. But so The Last of Us season 2, season finale, right here. So look at here. I I gotta ask y'all who wants to go first because I got something to say, and my first thing I'm gonna say is the agreement with Tim on last episode, but I'm gonna wait. I want to wait. So who wants to go first? Who wants to go first?
Man, well, I could give a quick recap. So, all right, so we lost. All right, so we're coming back off the flashback, right? And we come back to Ellie. Um, well, I guess kind of admitting to. Dang, I always forget her name. What's her love interest in this? Diana.
Hey, why's your mic sound weird?
Dina?
Or is that me sounding weird? Hold on, someone else give the recap. I'm gonna drop and come back. So I'm not sketchy.
Yeah, it's kind of,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's fuzzy, right? Is it just me? Did I hear something?
Yeah,
No,
no, I hear
yeah,
it.
no,
No, it's
I was
fuzzy.
hearing it.
I hear it
Okay,
too.
Yeah, I was hearing it.
okay, he'll come back.
Okay.
JD, you want to go first? Because I can say something, but I'm gonna wait. I'm waiting.
Okay, I'll say this, which I think it's probably the obvious, but I feel like I want to say something more important, but this is just kind of the thing that's on my mind is that I think Ellie, I don't know. I just feel like she just still, even in the finale, like just be making decisions that I feel like are just I'm just confused. Like I was really glad that they brought Jesse, in and kind of like when I saw him with Ellie and I feel like he brings like a lot of stability. He brings like, he stays focused to the plot. Like, when Ellie wanted to like go to um what did she want to do? She wanted to
She
go
wanted
when she
to
saw
save
the
that
face.
guy, right?
Yeah, yes, that too.
Oh,
She wanted to go, and Jesse was like, there were six of them. Like, Ellie, why would you go out and try to like? Why was she focused on these random people? So it was that whole situation, and then obviously when she thought Abby was in that area with the whale, and it's just multiple things
mm,
that I feel like Ellie does that I think I've been confused by her character and why she continues to make bad decisions. Like Dina was still in the building pregnant. Like Ellie, if you get caught, and then she almost gets hanged, like
Oh yeah.
when she gets cut. It was just multiple things where I was like, thank God for Jesse. And he even said that if I wouldn't have been here, he was like, what would you have did? Like, I don't know. So I feel like that stayed consistent. It was nice to see Jesse on the screen and Tommy.
And she's
And then
always giving attitude to Jesse. What's up with that?
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, and
Dina
he's
too.
never like. I don't think he's been disrespectful for her. I mean, he's been taking her crap, like crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Jesse and Tommy being back on the screen, like in this episode, is what made this finale at least
Mhm.
somewhat enjoyable to me. So
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna wait till Tim comes back to say what I want to say, because I tell you, when he said something last episode, I thought about it, but I didn't really catch it until I watched this one. So I'm gonna wait till he comes back. But
mm,
uh I gotta ask you guys this question first, because I think there was shout out to Cuba, by the way. Shout out to everybody that showed up. Goat James, aka Chris, aka Let Me Cook This right quick. You know what I'm saying? AG in the building. I see you, man. And Rundown Productions right there. Hey, that's the channel right there. Hey, y'all make sure y'all go sub to Rundown Productions right there. That's Cuba's channel. And Cuba was talking about this same thing, talking about the season finale, and he had said when the last shot, when Abby was there and she was pointing a gun at Ellie, right? And then the screen
Mhm.
went black and we heard a gunshot. Now, I'm gonna ask you guys, what do you think happened in that? Who
I think
somebody got shot?
yeah.
So
I don't think Ellie got shot. She's the main character. And if they need to
Okay,
have a season 3, she needs to be in season 3.
okay.
So I don't think she got shot.
I
I
think
only
that was
have two
so
things. Either what do you think? Go ahead.
well, I
so
was just saying, I think that was supposed to be the point of what everyone's supposed to think, unless you have some other kind of insight. Because I don't have any other insight. So I'm like, to me, I was like, I guess she got shot, but she is the main character, so I doubt it. But I don't have any
I don't
other,
think she got shot.
Hmm.
I think next season is going to be all about Abby, like more
Yeah,
in
yeah,
depth of her
yeah, it
character
is.
it is.
within
Yeah.
Ellie in it. So I don't think Ellie got shot. I think either maybe someone was coming behind her and that person shot that, or she rammed in and like lifted the gun and that's why the gun fired. I don't
I'm gonna
know,
tell you
but
what
I
I
don't
think.
think she.
After
Go
JC.
ahead. Go
Well,
ahead.
well,
Oh,
she
after
pointed
JC.
the gun. Well, yeah, she pointed the gun and then it went black and the shot went off. Um, I mean, multiple things could happen, but I mean, if we know that Ellie's got to be there for season 3, then it could be somebody else got shot, or maybe Abby got shot. Who knows?
But I think
The
they need
one thing,
Abby for next season, though. I think they need her. I mean, I didn't see the game. I haven't played the game, but I think they need Abby for the next show.
well, yeah, Abby's already. I mean, if they're gonna follow the game, then yeah, the that next season is gonna be all about Abby.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So I mean, the shot did go off. It's just who got shot, because I mean, Abby could have pointed the gun down and shot uh the guy's name we just talked about him,
Oh, Tommy,
Tommy, or
because Jesse was
the other
already.
guy, Jesse. So
Well, Jesse was already dead on the floor, right?
oh, that's right. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
because
right.
she
Then
was trying to
yeah,
say not to shoot Tommy.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. She walked in. That's right. Okay, now I'm starting to remember it a little bit better. Um, yeah, I don't know who got shot, but I know it's probably not Abby and it's probably not Ellie though, because they're gonna be around for season 3.
Unless it was one of those type
Well,
of things where she shot
You
her in
get
her
shot.
leg, like,
Oh, and you survive.
something like that, just to make a point.
I'm gonna tell you
And
what I
it's
think.
mhm.
So remember at the end where it was Abby was talking with somebody, right?
Right.
I forgot who she was talking to. She was talking to somebody, and then she walked out, and it was a big giant stadium and it was just all kind of commotion,
Oh yeah,
like moving trucks and things like
they were
that,
in
and
Seattle
whatever.
still. Yeah.
It
Right, and
was,
it was
and
and it
then
was and notice it said day one too.
that's what I was gonna
Hmm.
say. Yeah, it's so it said Seattle day one, and so I think season 3 is going to be all about Abby for Seattle 1, 2, and 3 when it comes down to the days, just like we saw Ellie day
Hmm.
1, 2, and 3, right? And I think season 3 is going to be 1, 2, and 3 with Abby this time, right?
Right.
And so I think we're going to see and I think the end of season 3, I think it's going to be that same scene. The season finale is going to be the
Oh yeah.
same scene of Abby going in the theater, pointing the gun at Ellie. That's going to be the ending season finale for season 3. And I think the gunshot, in my opinion, I think it was Dina.
Mm,
I
Hmm.
think Dina shot like the gun because we didn't see who shot. All we saw was,
right.
and then it went
Hmm.
black, and then we heard the gunshot. So I think Dina, because they didn't show Dina. Where was Dina at? It
Mhm.
was Tommy was on the floor. Jesse got shot. Abby and Ellie. Where was Dina?
Hmm.
I mean, did we already talk about that? That my boy got shot?
Oh
Jesse.
well, we own it. We
I
own it
was
right
heard
now.
about that.
We
Yeah.
we own it right now. But
Yeah.
yeah, I
Uh,
think Dina. I think Dina is the one that shot the shot. Now, I, I mean, obviously she had to shoot Abby. Now, did she hit her? You know, did she did she miss? We'll find out. But I think Dina.
Oh
I think that gunshot was Dina.
yeah, because where was Dina at? Well, she was wherever she was at, but then Ellie ended up going into that area where Tommy and Jesse were when they were looking at the map and stuff, and then that's when Tommy leaves, and then when they go, well, to get to the point, a gunshot was fired, which is why Jesse was dead on the floor, and so
Mhm.
Dina, she probably heard that. So from her
mm,
perspective, Dina was probably in that room where she was resting, and then she probably heard that gunshot and then ran. Well,
Mhm.
the best she could. It probably times out perfectly too because she was limping.
Yeah, she was
'Cause-
limping.
yeah, so she probably made her way from that back room across through that wherever that place was, the
Yeah.
stage and the seating, and then she probably well no, because I don't know. But anyways, yeah, that makes sense. She had to have heard the gunshot. So
Yeah. Yeah. I think so too.
that
Yeah.
makes sense.
So who do you think it is? Tim,
as far as the
the
gunshot,
gunshot. Yeah.
like the
Because remember
last part,
the screen went black, and then we heard a gunshot.
yeah, I can't imagine it being. I don't think Ellie or well, season 3 is gonna have to be about what's her name, Addie. So
Right.
I don't know, unless it's like one of those like warning shot gunshots. Like I agree with you though. I think it's got to be Dina coming out of the room, like
Mhm.
settling something. But I don't think anybody gets shot. Like I think everybody makes it because I feel like Ellie's got her finally got her full circle. Maybe I shouldn't go on a killing spree with people who don't deserve it. So
Right.
yeah, I can't imagine they would just kill her off straight up. But her
And yeah,
collateral damage. So yeah, I got words for her. Man, she bothered me this episode. I was like, oh my
Man, go
goodness,
go
girl.
go ahead, because I'm telling you, I'm waiting for your take here because there was something that you said last episode, and I'm like, damn, Tim was spot on. Go ahead.
Oh snap. Okay, I'm curious what you thought because for me
Oh my
this
God.
episode, I feel like this whole second season, Ellie's been taking L's. Like 'cause she contributed in the first season. Like she brought Joel around. Like she had good thoughts. She was never like reckless. She was just young. Like there was a lot going on in the first season, but this season I'm like, dude, she's basically living off of the intelligence of other characters. Like every time she's on screen by herself, I just wonder what everyone else is doing now. I don't know if that's just a hot take, but I'm just like, man, she had no business knowing that like Tommy was in danger and then going and chasing a revenge mission, like, and then saying Joel would do this. I'm like, no, Joel would definitely save his brother. That was literally the point of the first season. Like, there's no way he let someone alive die in order to make sure someone that's alive can die. Like, but
Yeah, that was
I don't know.
probably.
There was some stuff I was just like, what is she on right now? But man, I just knew. I was like, man, what's his name? Ain't make it. I didn't want him to die, but I was like, dude, he's just. There's nothing more lethal than being a competent side character. Like that's the quickest way to die in series, and I just felt like Jesse was making too much sense. I was like, he ain't gonna make it, man.
I did not
Well,
want Jesse to die.
You know, when they had that conversation at the end, where like they sort of like hashed it out, and she was like, I'm not trying to like butcher what was said, but basically like, you know, they understood each other a little bit. They got like that closure. And
Okay.
understood that, you know, like I'd go through, you know, I'd burn, what did she say? She'd burn the city down for him or something, or
Jesse
Yeah.
said you would have did that for me
yeah,
if I was alone.
yeah, right.
Because they have
When
respect
I
for each
saw
other, I
that,
think.
right, and I saw that and I heard the shot, like the first, I was like, oh yeah, he's out of here.
Mm.
I just knew it. It's like
He's outta here.
every time, and it gave me it gave me a little bit of PTSD thinking about when Ellie and Joel had their last little closure conversation, and then he got, you know, shot the next day. So, or not shot the next day, but the
Battered
golf
to
club.
death by a golf club.
Yes, the golf club, yes. And you know, I just feel like maybe characters just shouldn't have any closing. Don't just have no closure with Ellie. Just
Don't
leave it.
Because
Just
then they
leave
know
it
Don's
where
gonna
it's
die.
at. Just leave it where it's at. Because I'm thinking that was gonna be the end, DJ. When they had that conversation, I was like, "Oh, this is how they're gonna end it with this nice little convo." I'm like, "Okay,
Right.
cool." Then out of nowhere, bang, and I'm like, "No, ain't no way, ain't no way,
Yo,
ain't no
hey,
way."
I'm not
But
gonna lie. I lost it because me and Jay were talking about it when we were watching, and Ellie actually tells Dina like that basically like Joel shot up the whole hospital, and that's why they
Oh,
were
yeah.
after it. And she sits there and has a whole moment, and she's like, "I need to go home."
She said,
Because I think she feels like she was lied to. She was lied
Yeah.
to,
yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
it's just
because she went on a mission as a, you know, for Joel, but not knowing the truth. I mean, she felt betrayed. I mean, I would have felt betrayed if I don't know that I'm going to kill. Like, it makes sense why Abby did it and how brutally she did it, because Joel pretty much killed everybody, you know, not asking any questions because of Ellie, you know, and her not telling Dina. I mean, I would have been pissed. So she's like, I want to go home, because now she's putting her unborn child at risk. And then she gets shot in the leg by that arrow, you know? So she's not even thinking about her and the danger she's putting her in. Because she's seen the other chick that died when she was pregnant, that other older lady that was pregnant.
Yeah.
You know? It's basically what's happening right now with Dina. You know, and luckily Jesse got there, because if not, and then Tommy,
Mm-hmm.
you know, they both be dead.
Yep.
It's like for real, like you guys were saying, like each scene is like she's making dumb decisions. And by this time you would think you already would grow up and understand, like, you're not a little kid, and she's supposed to be what, like 17
Thought
or
she was
No,
18,
19.
because they did that one, remember, like the one they were doing the birthday episodes,
yeah, no, she's like
and
20.
she
I
was
think
like
she's like
having
20.
sex and doing tattoos and getting high all at once.
Yeah,
Remember, like, are you trying to get through your teens all at once?
Oh yeah.
yeah. I think she was like
Yeah.
20, 19 or
Yeah,
20.
she's like
Yeah.
20. Yeah, I think she's like 20. Because I
Yeah,
think she was
so it's like,
what was she? Like it was 5 years later and she was already like 14. So it's like it's probably
Yeah, so
19.
19. Yeah.
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 so like
Yeah.
19, yeah, 18, 19, you know, where you're supposed
Yeah.
to be thinking a little bit more different, especially like you know, you're going to be a dad, you know, like, you know,
Yeah.
you're supposed to be thinking of Dina too, and not making just decisions like that, you know? I
Yeah.
don't know.
I would
Wait, they
say
said that oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no. So the two parts to me that were just like, well, how did she have all this luck? You know, she's in the water, right? And then the tide comes. And I'm like, oh yeah, she's she's drowning. Boat probably flipped over. Sharks are swimming in there. Like, no, it just cuts, right? It cuts.
It just
Then
cuts.
it shows the boat, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe they're just showing the boat, and maybe she's like somewhere drowning, right? Nope. She
Yeah.
comes lifting up out the boat. Then she's on the beach. She gets caught by the little girl. The little girl sees her. Then you hear the whistling, the Seraphites or the
Yeah.
Scars. The Scars, I
The
guess, are the
Seraphites.
short name. Scars.
Yeah.
They get a hold of her, and I think the little girl's gonna have some compassion, right?
That's
I
what I
think,
thought.
I'm like,
She
bro,
said,
that little girl said, "Nah, get her up out of here." Shoot.
yeah, she
And
said,
I'm like,
Yeah.
and they and the
I was
like.
like my son when he does that.
And I saw them grab up Ellie, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe they're gonna like take her back to the camp or something like that and hold her hostage. No, they pulled out the rope, and I'm like,
Oh,
immediately.
y'all can't, like, bro, like,
yeah,
okay,
she
we got
almost
through
got
all
hung,
this.
like literally.
We got through all this just for her to go out like this, and I'm thinking, because I'm not looking at the timer of the episode, so I'm looking for the ending. So I'm sitting here like, I'm like, or did they just not want to follow the game and they're just gonna cook her like right here, like this is it? She's gonna get hung up, and then she pulled out that what was that whatever that blade is.
Blade.
Man, look, I was like, they about to do her like that guy that we saw in the other episode.
Yeah.
When he got his.
Or they cut him
I
through
was
the
like,
gut.
bro, this is, and then I remember, they started doing the other whistles, right? And then I remembered, oh, the wolves were already on the beach. Remember, they were
Yeah.
planning that attack.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
it's just crazy how the wolves attacking at that right moment. And then she gets back in the boat and finds that what was it? The boat that that team, Abby's team was hiding in. She just knew where to go from the island, which was crazy to me.
Yeah.
Did you guys see, how did she even spot that Abby was could have been on the ship? Because I remember she was
said
like
something
looking
about
through
the whale.
the
She
whale.
kept
Okay.
answering, She said it like 2 or
The
3
whale.
times.
They kept saying the whale.
But I was confused actually on that part, because I was like, she said that as if that was supposed to be an indicator even to us as the viewers watching, like, oh, right, someone did say something about Abby being connected to the whale or in that building somehow, but I don't remember that at all.
Right. Yeah, that's why I was like,
Is that part of the game?
Well, remember she
Is that a reference to something? Does anybody know?
Oh, I don't know about the game part. I'm waiting on Cuba to finish. You know what I'm saying? But but I do remember. So we didn't see Nora say anything about the whale and wheel.
Right.
But Ellie said that Nora said something about the whale and wheel in this past episode, and so we didn't get to see it, but Ellie said that Nora said it. And that was earlier. I remember that was earlier in the show. But I'm glad you brought that up, because this is where I got my epiphany. Okay, and so that scene right there. Let's stay there for a second, okay? Because when Ellie was looking through those binoculars, right?
right.
And then hold on, I'm sorry. Let me go back a little bit, okay? Let's go back a little bit. When Ellie and Jesse was at Jesse and Tommy's spot, remember they was at the spot, right? And then they was having a little conversation, and of course Ellie was pissed off at Jesse, and Jesse told her, like, hold on, if I would have went with, remember Jesse was talking about the girl that he was in love with, and then that came to the community, and then she left or whatever, and then Jesse was pretty much, because Ellie got pissed off about something, whatever, and then Jesse was like, hold on, if I would have left with that girl, who was gonna save your ass in freaking Seattle, right? Like, you know what I mean? And then they got the radio went off,
Right.
and then the guy, they were hearing like guys talking about a sniper, and they were like, no, it can't be the freaking, the Scars, because they don't use guns, they use bow and arrows, right? So it can't be the Scars. Somebody has a sniper. And then Jesse was like, oh, that's got to be Tommy. Yeah, who else would it be, right? Like, you know what I mean? And so he looked on the map, and he was like, oh, he's got to be over here, right? So boom, they head out that way, and then they get to the place where the freaking Ferris wheel, and then Ellie's looking through the binoculars, right? And then Jesse was like pointing over here, talking about, okay, that's where we got to go. And then Ellie it's like something just happened in her brain to where she just is like, not paying attention to what Jesse was talking about,
Right.
and she was just like, "Wait, what?" And then and then Jesse was like, "Tommy's over there. Let's go." And Ellie was like, "I'm sorry, Abby's this way." And Jesse was like, "Wait, no, our mission is to go get Tommy. This is the whole
Right.
time. This is where we're going." And you just had a freaking brain fart, Ellie. And you just like, yeah, I don't know what you're talking about now. We don't even know if Tommy's over there. Wait, hold on. What do you mean you don't know if Tommy's over there? We just heard it on the radio.
Yeah. I don't know why she
And all
said that.
I was just, and then they had the deep conversation, right? About, and remember Jesse was, because remember Ellie was like, oh, well, if you'll be coming with me because she thought he voted yes on the
Yeah.
thing, and that's when Jesse was
Yeah.
like, no, I
You said
voted no.
Yeah.
Jesse was like, I
Right.
voted no. Like, what are you talking about, right? And then but this is where, and I say all this, right, because it leads to my point of what I heard Tim say last episode.
Mm.
He said he was Team Jesse, and I'm not gonna lie to you. After I saw this episode, I was like, oh, I see the light. I see the light. Now I see what he's talking about. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I was on Team Jesse this whole episode because as soon as he broke it down at that spot where they were looking at the Ferris wheel and whatever, he broke it down on how selfish Ellie was.
Yep.
And I was just, and it made it, I don't know why, but it made me start thinking back to previous episodes. And I'm like, damn, Jesse's
Jeez.
right. The whole time, Ellie has been selfish as hell.
Mhm.
And so I'm like, huh. And and it's weird because as I'm watching all those previous episodes, I never really got that vibe. But maybe it's because she's like the main character, and I don't know. I guess her revenge for Joel, it got to me, and I never really saw her as being selfish. But when Jesse broke it down like that, I was like, oh yeah, Jesse, we here. Let's go. That's how. And so yeah, that was my epiphany, man. I just had this. I couldn't wait for this show because I wanted to bring that up, and that pisses me off now that Jesse died. I was like, God damn it.
Like this was his greatest episode in the sense of like, I feel like to me, like highlighting like him just being involved, like taking charge, like just coming through in serious moments, and then he died. So I'm like, no.
No, what's crazy is every single point in this episode when Jesse and Ellie were together, I was like, the show is better. And every time they separated, I was thinking the whole time, well, I wonder what Jesse's doing. Like,
Yeah.
Literally.
when he told her, like, when she was like, well, I'm gonna go after Abby, and he was like, well, good luck, like, peace.
Right.
Yeah.
I was
Like,
like,
Bro, I started clapping.
I know.
hey,
I was-
facts, DJ.
I was like, because what I didn't want, like, I would have much rather have seen Jesse go rescue Tommy than Ellie get washed up on sea, almost get killed, then keep going like she didn't learn her lesson, and then go kill somebody who was pregnant who didn't know. And it's like, dude, she spent 20 minutes making a bad decision that everyone knew was selfish. I was just
You know
like,
what?
dude.
What's funny? What's funny is if you look at Ellie's like that whole time frame from when Ellie and Jesse had that conversation and they went their separate ways. It's funny that you fast forward and Jesse is almost like, well, I executed my mission. Here's Tommy.
Right.
It's like he just went to go get Tommy and he was done. Like he executed the mission. Ellie went through so much and nothing was executed. Like
Nothing. She got nothing.
nothing.
What's
then
really
gets-
bad about it?
Jesse killed.
Yeah, what's really bad about it is that like Ellie comes back and Jesse kind of gives her a light ball of like, well, I figured you would do the same for me. I'm like, I'm glad you did that, bro. That's why you're my favorite character. But no, she wouldn't. She literally just decided to do the opposite with Tommy. Like, she did not burn the world down. She
Right.
literally left him to die. Like, I'm like, God, I don't know.
And then the
Yeah,
scene, the scene
yeah.
that I think you guys brought it up earlier when the Scar guy was getting chased, right? And they were hiding behind the dumpsters. And
Oh my God.
No.
and then Ellie was like, "Oh, we gotta go save him." What? What do you mean?
not.
What
Why?
are you talking about?
Six of them. They're not infected. They have guns. Your
Bro,
immunity
I was
does
just
not work here.
oh my god, like I'm telling you this. I watched season 1. I watched all of season 2. I've never been so pissed off at Ellie until this episode right here. I was like, you got to be kidding me, Ellie. What? Hold on. There's 6 of them. There's 2 of you. They all have weapons, right? Hold on. And then wait, they just had the conversation of, hey, I'm about to be a father, so I gotta make sure we get back, right? They just had that conversation.
Yeah.
Literally.
I
Brain
question her.
dead.
Yeah, I question her care for Dina because it's like you're about to put her child's. It's too many things. You're about to put her child's father in danger, and then he is a man who is literally saved them in multiple occasions. So it's like y'all need him to get back. Dina just said she's ready to go back.
Yeah.
You need to be escorted in a company because you've almost got yourself killed twice. It's like, and then Ellie, if you get caught or taken like you almost did when you almost got hung, it's like you're leaving Dina pregnant and vulnerable in this building. She can't get back by herself, pregnant and with a wounded thigh. It's like she needs them. Like, like Ellie literally that. Yes, Jesse was right. That was she just was being selfish. Like,
And to be fair,
Selfish.
I love season
Very
Ellie.
selfish.
Yeah. Season 1, Ellie's the GOAT. Season 2, Ellie ain't made a good decision yet.
yeah,
It's just he lost
Well, you know-
Joel.
I mean, from the very beginning, the whole season, she hasn't made any good decisions.
You know, you know what I think it is? It's one of those things where it's like when you're like a more of like the sidekick, or when like Ellie's the sidekick, you don't really see you don't see how she would be when she's the one that's in control. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But now that she's the one in control, now you get to see all her flaws because she can't lean on a Joel. And
Yeah.
in certain situations, you know, that's why you see when not Tommy, but Jesse enter into the scenes, it's like you instantly see the power shift, like the instant power shift of just brains and logic and everything.
Yes.
And it just shows that. And you know, when Jesse said, I'm gonna be a father, I thought Ellie was gonna be like,
Sorry, that
I swear, DJ, when I saw that scene, I thought Ellie was gonna be like, nah, like I'm the father. You don't know? Like, I thought she was gonna say something smart. You know,
I thought
I
so
was
too.
waiting for it. I was waiting
I
for
was-
it.
I was waiting for it, man. I swear, I was waiting for it.
That would have been cold blooded.
That would have been
I hope
cold.
you're not
I would have
confused.
been like, no, I'm gonna be a father. Like,
Like,
oh, okay.
That
No,
would have been
that
the
would've-
hardest line in the world. If he'd have been like, I
Yeah,
understand
that would have been cold.
that y'all got feelings, and I understand that y'all done things, but I also understand how biology works. So I hope you're not confused at my role in this. Like,
right. Literally.
oh, stop.
No, but what you said about the what's it called? What was it when you brought up when the 6 armed men were
Oh yeah.
trying to kill that kid, and
Yeah.
when Ellie wanted to go, it was like 3 strikes, Ellie, you're out. Like she tried to go once, Jesse grabbed her and was like, no. And then I'm thinking like, okay, and she's just staring so intently, and you know, and I get it. It's like, okay, that's hard to watch. And then she was like, get off me. Like, and she gets up and is about to go again. And then they have another little pep talk. 2 strikes. The 3rd strike is that she hung that over Jesse's head later and said, you were going to let a kid die today, or you let a kid
Right.
die. It's like, Ellie, are you serious? Like, because she was like, I'm selfish or whatever, or I care about just my community or whatever she said. She was like, you let a kid die today. I would have been like, little girl,
Like, do you
I
realize
can't
you
even
almost brought up?
you to assess this situation right now. Like,
Yeah,
and
like she
which
was gonna,
she did.
like she was gonna vote to
So-
bring a village to go revenge counter like 6 people. Like you know how many people would have died doing that, Ellie?
Yeah.
Especially if it not knocked the difficulty down for the trip to Seattle. Like that would have definitely took half the village just trying to get there. Just audience Also, listen, the
Mhm.
intelligent infected have officially been wasted this season. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah,
legit
I
have not
agree.
seen anything that a normal zombie couldn't have done. Like, I'm like, man, I want to see him next season. I really do. But
I was waiting to
yeah,
see. I was so sure they were gonna show one infected in the finale, like some kind of fight with. I'm like, where are they at? Like, are there
they
fewer?
forgot. They forgot this was a zombie movie.
Yeah,
You
like
know they. You
I.
know, after Jesse pulled up with that gun, they was like, "Yeah, we're good."
Yeah,
Yeah,
we good.
they still having a council meeting about it underground. They trying to
They
figure out
have to-
how to defeat that type of a scenario before they come back
These
up.
pearls, they're gonna shoot themselves. Let them kill each other off.
Right? They just waiting. They like, seems like
that
they're
probably
mad at
was
each
their
other
most
right
intelligent move. They were like, listen, I think Ellie's going to take care of this without us, so we could just wait.
now. Yeah.
That
Now,
was. I'm telling you, man, that's crazy, bro.
now, do you
Go
guys?
ahead, JC, man.
Oh, and I was gonna ask a question because do you guys think it's a sort of a full circle moment to when Jesse? So remember, DJ, you brought up the conversation that she had with Jesse, where where it brought that whole how she's selfish, right?
Yeah.
And in that choice that she made to go after Abby, that small, it's not a small. Okay, I would say this to to her, it's not a small choice. Well, it's not a small choice, but in the scheme of choices, right? Like, and of course we can't see the future, but if she didn't go to that boat and kill those people, you know what I'm saying? That would have not had Abby go into that theater and kill Jesse. So that one decision she made to not go and go save Tommy, you killed Jesse, basically. Got Jesse killed. So do you guys think that's like what that was sort of trying to like tell us in a way? Like
Yeah,
how she was
100%.
selfish and
Yeah.
It's so funny you bring. It's so funny you brought that up because I pretty much said the exact same thing. To my wife when we watched it. I said the same thing. I was like, yeah, if Ellie and Jesse would have went, right, then they would have brought Tommy back together, and who knows what would have happened right there. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Mhm.
you because we don't know the whole full story, but because
right.
I kind of wish they would have did it to where they showed Ellie's adventure part because they showed it with the waves. I want to see I want Jesse's, to go save. I
Right.
wanted to see that. Like, you know what I mean? And just like I think Tim said it earlier, like I would rather see the Jesse part than the Ellie part. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
Right.
you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I wish they would have showed both because all we saw was them. It was Ellie's part, and then all of a sudden they went back at the theater, and we don't know what happened. I,
Or
it was just weird. So yeah, I
that
said the same thing though.
that conversation that they had when Jesse and Ellie were talking, and I forget how they started the conversation, but Jesse was Ellie was asking him like, how did you find the theater? And he was like, well, I did this, and
Good
he
answer
kind of
that.
explains his route. But I'm like, I agree, like it would have been nice throughout season 2. I think it really would have saved this season if they would have kept piggybacking like back and forth of like Ellie and Dina's journey, and then
Mhm.
whether it was within the same episode or even like other episodes where it showed Jesse and Tommy on their way trying to like save them,
You can save them.
bounce back
Mhm.
and forth. That would have been
Yeah,
exciting.
yeah.
Yeah,
Because
that
when
And
was
that
Jesse
scene,
said,
That would have been way more exciting too, because there was a few slow episodes, so that would have been exciting
yeah, that
to
could have
see
been
that.
some good spoilers. Because when Jesse
and
said
that's
when he was
Good
explaining it,
con-
and he was like, yeah, he said, we had to go through this and here and here, and he was naming different things, and he was like, and it wasn't easy. And I said, well, Ellie and Dina had it easy. It was like
Yeah, they had a much better
Right.
season
they
difficulty instead of guitar
They're,
solos.
they're in the
Yeah.
right, the easy mode right now.
right. It
and
was
that scene the scene with the that I think you guys brought it. I think who brought it? Tim brought it up earlier with the when they was at the Ferris wheel and having that little conversation, and I think no JD you brought it up, and Ellie was trying to it was so bad. Ellie was trying to bring up, oh well, you're just like me. You're selfish too because you
Oh
let the
yeah.
kid die and stuff like that, whatever. Yeah, first of all, I wasn't buying it. I was like, that's not the same thing. Like, stop it. You reach it now,
Right.
right? You know what I mean? It's not the
Yeah.
same thing. But but she did say something. And shout out to the brother Detroit. What's up, Detroit guy? I see you, brother. But he brought up something earlier, and I kind of said the same thing. As soon as I saw that scene, I said the same thing when Ellie had said that well, you're Jesse, you're all about the community, right? You know what I mean? And Ellie had said, well, Joel's my community.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. As soon as she said that, and she wanted to, bro, I swear to goodness, as soon as she said that, I was like, oh, Jesse, let her go, bro. Let her go, and you go get
Yeah.
Tommy. As soon as she said it, because you pretty much just told me that, Ellie, you're not a part of my community. Joel is your
Right.
community, right? So you're not a part of mine. So then, okay, peace out. Go that way. I'm going this way. As soon as it, because
Right.
what else? How am I supposed to take something like that? You know what I mean? So
Yep.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just I just think it would have been smarter if she went, saved Tommy, right? Then go take Tommy and Jesse with you to the ship. So now it's just not you
Yeah.
there, you
Exactly.
know?
yeah,
And it's just like, but she was just so focused on, I gotta go find Abby. Forget everybody else. Forget.
And that just wasn't the right
That's crazy.
timing. It's like y'all just rushed out from hearing that on the walkie. Like
yeah,
like
Mhm.
that just makes sense with what you're saying. It's like this is more urgent and dire. And this is Joel's brother. You care about Joel
Brother. Yeah.
like you know that Joel, you saw the intensity of how he tried to get to Tommy and like he was trying to find his brother. And so it's like you chose revenge. Let's just say you avenged Joel by getting Abby. It's like, well, if Tommy would have died, how would you have felt then? It's like if you wouldn't have been able to pull
Mhm.
up for it in that moment. Like I just feel like her priorities were off because that makes sense. Like, yeah, get Tommy. And even if they would have said, nah, we're not going with you to do this with Abby, you think Abby was only in that boat area, wherever it was, that moment? Like
right.
you just happened to go over there because of the walkie situation and then you saw it. It's like she gonna be there. If she's there, she gonna be there. Like it's not
Right.
like they said she's gonna be there between this time frame. So yeah,
Right.
she could have waited.
There
I don't
was
know.
definitely a what JC was saying, like there's definitely a cycle of hatred sort of thing going on. Like Joel loves Ellie, and so he's willing to destroy a whole hospital for one person. And then it's like, okay, well,
Yeah.
Abby loves her um, dad, and so she's willing to basically, in collateral damage, destroy a whole village, basically from the zombie situation to get to Joel. And it's like, okay, well, Abby loves Joel, so she's willing to what? I mean, she's killed innocent people and hurt a whole lot of people and whatever, and drag a whole situation. And it's like, so you can see the pattern of, okay, someone's got to break the cycle of you hurt me, so I will hurt you and whoever gets in my way along the way. And I think they were trying to sell that, but I'm just like, man, like Joel's version of it was so much more convincing to me. Like when Joel had to save Ellie, I felt like I don't know what I would do. By the time we get to Abby, I'm like, even Addie to an extent, like she just got lucky. Like they found out that mug was fortified, and the whole team was like, "Yo, we need to chill." And then she basically trips her way into a zombie apocalypse and happens to find Joel, and it's like, okay, well, you got lucky. And then Abby, it's Ellie just straight up knew she had plot armor because she busted a whole mission to a whole new city too deep,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like, what is going on? And then she gets saved by people who literally had no business being there, and then argues
Yeah.
with them about being selfish.
Man.
Like
Yeah.
she's got a
Yeah.
level of tunnel vision I could
And
only explain
honestly,
as tunnel.
Bro, I'm telling you, Ellie, for me, bro, and this whole freaking episode was I
Season, the
couldn't
whole
do it. And
season.
you know what? I gotta bring this up. I'm sorry. Hold on, Dina. You getting some of this smoke too? Okay, because
Uh-oh.
look, I didn't like Ellie either, but Dina, you getting some of the smoke because I'm not gonna lie to you. Hold on, you know you pregnant. Why you didn't tell Jesse what's up?
Oh my
Hold on,
god.
you gonna let him go on a mission? Okay, I'm sorry. I know this is a show, right? So yeah, he's gonna come back, right? But hold on, in real life, you don't know that fool is coming back or not.
Exactly.
Hey man,
Right.
what's up, man? Hey, tell him what's up. You know what I mean? Like what you waiting on?
Right.
You know what I mean? And then I'm gonna limp my ass all the way, past Jesse and
Oh my
go to
god.
Ellie and give
Like,
her a little cute little bracelet. Hey, make sure you come back. Oh, hold on. So you just gonna leave Jesse out of this whole? Hey, what the hell?
yeah.
Yeah.
You don't
Like
show
he
any sympathy towards Jesse at all, and he's the father of your kid. What the hell is going on here?
like
Like, come
Exactly.
on,
And
bro.
he
he
got
No,
the
died.
he
And
came all
Jesse
the
saved their lives too.
yeah, he came all
hold
this
on.
way, got the
He
thing out of the
saved
way.
their life more than once though. More than once. Yeah,
He
twice. I
saved it
know.
twice, and my wife brought it up too. She was like, "Hold on, that's messed up. Jesse just getting all jacked up because you saved them from the freaking smart little zombies, and then when the freaking bow and arrow was in her leg, you think Ellie would have known what to do? Ellie didn't know what she would have pulled it out and tore an artery, like he said. He was like, "No, I can't pull it
Mm-hmm.
out this way. I gotta push it because I'm gonna tear an artery." You think Ellie would have known what to do in that moment?
No.
Hell no.
Nope.
Like
Nope.
he got
And they
no
just
love.
shining
Cause
Jesse out. This is why I said I'm with Tim on Team Jesse, and I'm
Team
pissed off
Jesse.
that he's dead.
And then
So
I
it's
can
like
hear your passion.
he went
so
through
so
all
I'm
of
with you.
that. I think that makes me really mad is that like mad for the show's sake, but like they like I was so irritated with how Dina was just snapping at Jesse and even Ellie. And I'm like, he helped y'all, came all
They
this
both
way
were.
for y'all. Yeah, and it's like, and then for his last moments, he dies.
Ah,
It's like, and they
No,
treated him like that. Like that just
no,
makes me
that's the
irritated.
worst part to me is not only because he came to save y'all without knowing you were pregnant, which means he came for you, like as a
Exactly.
person, not as a father. He came for you. Then he deduced that he was a father from Ellie, and then he dies as a father. Like he
ah,
literally got no love. I
Right.
could I got a problem with the producer now. This ain't even about Ellie. Like,
Like, why'd you do that? Like,
does
like,
Jesse die in the video game?
yes.
Okay. I thought that
Mhm.
maybe they just did that on the show just to make it. Because I thought, remember, I had said maybe the season was when she was giving birth, and then we go on to season 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do feel
Yeah.
like this was a rush season though. Like outside of the writing, I do feel like first of all they just got to Seattle in one night. They played guitar the whole way there, and then like they just like there were just a lot of episodes that felt like they speed ran some plot stuff, and this was the most sure. Like I'm sure, like how they wrote the series was supposed like Ellie was supposed to get shipwrecked, supposed to be captured, supposed to struggle for a little bit, and they just made that like a 5 minute incident. Like there's some stuff that I just feel like I think they thought they had 14 episodes and they really had 7. But yeah, I don't know because otherwise this is just
yeah.
that's wild that
No,
she
but
made that many decisions in one episode that made no sense.
I feel like talking about the directors, and just the people, just everyone who assisted with this season. But let me not even say this season. Let me just say this episode specifically. I'm like, there's a lot. Well, actually, let me say this season, and then I'm gonna go into the episode. But I'm like, I feel like there was a lot of wasted time. Kind of like what I was saying earlier, where it's like, yeah, if they would have maybe like bounced back and forth between, you know, uh Jesse's adventure, Tommy's adventure, like clearly they what did we calculate? 21 days to get to Seattle? I'm
Yep.
like,
Yeah.
they
Mhm.
like they could have showed, I mean, all they showed was Dina and Ellie kicking it in the tent, no night watch, like relaxing on this journey, and then to get to this episode,
Having the
I'm like,
little romantic thing.
yeah. And so to hear Jesse say it wasn't easy, the trip. It's like,
I want to see Not Easy.
like I don't understand what wasn't easy. But then this episode, when Ellie decided, when her and Jesse split, she went to go get Abby, that whole thing. I feel like, going back to the directors, I'm like, did y'all think it was a good idea to waste all that time? Like, she gets in the boat, gets flipped, and it's like, okay, that's intense, I guess. Like, we already aren't happy with her decision, but it's like, okay, fine, she's going to get Abby. Flips off the boat, and then like what CJ was saying or JC was saying, like, you see the boat zoom in towards the shore, and I was looking at the water in front of the screen right there, thinking like she gonna pop her head up and be in this situation, and she just is on the shore. I literally said out loud, I said, she shouldn't have survived that. Like, them waves was moving. She flipped in the boat. How did the current didn't zoom her to the shore? Like, I know that didn't happen. And
Like,
so
you don't even need realistic physics. Moana would have killed her. Moana would have did it.
she did there. It's just the fact that I feel like time was wasted. It's like,
part of the
why
water.
didn't they just let her get to where Abby was supposed to be? Like, what was with the boat flip in the wave? Then the people who almost hang her. It's like, all just for her to get back in the boat and keep going. I feel like that was like a long time. They could have let her go and then showed. I don't even know what it looked like for Jesse to get Tommy. I'm like, how did that go?
That's what I want.
Like, they should have bounced back and forth a little bit. Like, they just showed Ellie's waste of a time journey. Like,
could y'all imagine like watching the Super Bowl and like instead of recording like the play, like the fourth quarter play, they were recording like a star player who's on offense. Even though the team's out there on defense, they're recording a dude on offense getting water. It's like, that's what it felt like. It's like, this is our main character, but this is not the scene. Like, I felt like
The
we were
water boy.
recording stuff that didn't matter. Like, I definitely wanted to see how Tommy got out of his situation, not
right.
Ellie survive a situation she shouldn't have been in the first place. I'm like, what's the cameraman doing? Like, follow the other person.
I wonder, I really wonder why they didn't think to show that, because those are main characters, you know, like Jesse's a main character, you know, Tommy is a main character. So for us to get that, you know, alert on the for us to get that alert on the phone or on the walkie, it's like, and then for it to not show that journey of how that looked, like, it seemed intense. Like, I feel like that would have been nice to actually like watch like what happened. Like, I just wonder why they're choosing not to show anyone else's journey except Ellie. It's almost as if they committed to the camera has to be on Ellie at all times.
I wonder if it's in the video game angle, because in a video game you are following your character, and I don't know if they don't think they can take liberty to follow some other people around. But I'm like, look, I definitely wanted to see someone else.
Yeah, I think my wife said it earlier. They're probably going to show it in the next season. So
I think they did it this way so we can just get all pissed off,
right?
and then it's like a relief. Now you'll be more comfortable watching Abby's story, because how I feel like in the beginning, right? Maybe this is just me, but in the beginning they had me feeling like Abby's the villain, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's the villain. She killed Joel. Like, I hate her. Yeah, go get her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then it's like towards the end, it's like, is it even worth it going after her? Like, bro, you're going through all this. You're putting your friends through jeopardy. Like, bro, I don't think it's worth it. Go home.
Right.
Just go home. And now it's like a thing to where now everybody's like, hey, you done got Jesse killed. Arrow got put through Dina.
Yeah.
And now we get to see Abby's story. Now it's like in a way you're gonna have to like feel like, dang, okay, well, who are we siding with now?
Yeah. That's gonna be deep.
Yeah,
I'm team not Ellie. Like, it's not even like I have a team. I'm just team not Ellie. Like,
I
agreed.
And you know what else too? I noticed when Abby said, "I let you live," right? Like, I didn't kill, I let you live. Like, even though I understand why Abby did what she did, right? But then looking at, you know, what Ellie did when Ellie's in that situation to let somebody live. I mean, I get it, right? Shooting the guy because he pulled the gun, right? I understand that part. But you killed the pregnant lady though. You know, I mean, we didn't know
That
she
was
was
tough.
pregnant,
Yeah, that was tough.
but it's
Yeah.
like you had a decision there. You know what I'm saying? And it's just crazy how Abby like sort of brings that up. Like, I let you live. Like, I could have had my friends kill you right there.
If I was
Like,
really
take
heartless.
because Joel didn't give, you know what's crazy when you think about it, Joel didn't give that mercy to Abby's father, but yet Abby gave that mercy to Ellie. It's crazy when you really think about it, because
Mm.
Abby could have just killed Ellie right there. Boom, cool, no witnesses, now ain't nobody's gonna chase me.
Or she could have had her
Right.
friend, because you know how she hit the other guy and cut him. She could have had that
Oh yeah,
guy kill her too,
Yep.
yeah, that is
and she
true.
said
Yeah.
no. She said no.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, man. Hey,
But
there
yeah,
was a
I'm
question.
definitely not team Ellie at all.
There was a question by Cuba, and he says Jesse was the next man up in that community after Tommy. So now who is it? That's a good question. I don't know.
It's
It
gonna
better
be
not be Ellie.
it, I
That's
think it's
gonna
gonna
be
be
a
I think it's gonna be Dina DJ, because she's the smarter. She's more smart between the two, between Ellie and Dina. So I think it'd be Dina. I think if I
There's
had
got-
if I
But
had to
how
pick
how
somebody,
smart is she really though? If she's following Ellie, knowing now that she's a cure and that all this revengeful stuff, is Dina really smart? Choosing Ellie versus wanting to, you know, how he was treating Jesse. I mean, yes, she's
mm,
smart and strategic when it comes to planning things and using the map, but
right?
who to follow? I mean, I would have followed Jesse and Tommy, not Ellie. Especially
Yeah.
knowing now that she's, you know, the immune. That the reason this whole thing started was because Joel saved her. Because I'm pretty sure if she
Mm,
tells Jesse in the community why this all happened, the whole community would be like, okay,
oh
we're
yeah,
killing Ellie for the cure.
I
I
got
think
more faith in Dina.
You know,
I think because I think, you know, I think because Dina's in love with Ellie, so it's one of those things like, oh, I'll go anywhere with her.
but
You
blinded
know,
a little
like,
bit.
yeah, blinded
all right,
by
I agree.
love. Yeah,
Blinded by
all
love.
logic
Yeah, we've
goes
all
out the
been there.
window. Yeah, all
I got
logic goes out
more
the
faith in
window. Like,
Tommy's son than I do Dina right now.
Not Tommy's son. Stop.
Tommy,
Yeah, more faith
I'll let
in
I
her.
mean,
Tommy's
Like,
son.
I mean,
ready?
if y'all think about it, I mean, Dina's having Jesse's son, so I mean, the baby will probably be more smart, and you know what I'm saying.
I,
We'll just have the baby. We'll raise the baby up to be the lead, the leader.
look, I would sit that baby up in that chair of authority. Like, look, figure it out, because we don't got no other options.
Oh, man.
I mean, there's a lot of other people in that
No,
community,
Yeah, there's somebody else in that village
Yeah.
before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they're not
There's
the
gotta
main
be
characters,
somebody.
so it's probably going to be Ellie or Dina. So.
Yeah,
I
because it's
couldn't-
got and,
yeah.
and they didn't really show like anybody else like around their age. And I think who said it? I think it was
Right.
somebody had said it too. Like, oh, I
there's
think it
that
was
many
Jesse.
choices. To pick.
Yeah, there wasn't that many choices. Like around 20 years old. Like, you know what I mean? So, and I think that's what they're looking for. They're
Now
looking for
I'm gonna call
somebody
the
that
cougar.
right. Yeah, they're
Wait,
looking
what
for
about when they were
somebody
at the
to.
dance? What about when
Huh?
they were at the dance? Wasn't that a lot of people their age there? I think
Yeah, no, it seemed like they're a lot older.
when they were all
Oh,
dancing with
wait,
each other.
They do have a crew though, because there was the dude who remember at the beginning when Ellie was sparring and Jesse told the dude to pull his punches. Like they
Yeah, I remember
definitely
him.
have peers, but I don't know what level
Female.
they're at. But yeah, and
But
all the
I
people that
definitely
Ellie
think
was willing to follow.
yeah, they're definitely looking for somebody around that age group to take over. Because I mean, because if I had to pick, I would be like, well, then it'd be Tommy's wife, right? I mean, she hardcore.
yeah,
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
yeah.
But I
Yeah.
think they're looking for somebody young. So
Yeah,
Hmm.
she is the leader right now. Like I don't think Tommy's not the leader. She is. I think she's the head of that.
right.
Um,
And
so
did
yeah,
you
Well,
guys
it sounded
notice?
like she was the one that was calling all the shots.
Yeah,
Yes, they're trying to find out who
Yeah.
replaces her when it's done. And
yeah.
yeah,
Did you
but
guys
I don't think she got potential. Like I don't even think she ever would have been a candidate in my eyes. Like she couldn't follow orders when she was there. She was beefing with Joel the whole time, and then she goes on a revenge mission after that.
Yeah, Ellie's
Did you guys
Ellie's out.
did you
Like
guys notice
you're a weapon.
how I don't know what the guy's name, but he's like the commander of the wolves. And now he was talking about how Abby was supposed to be the next
Oh,
like the
yeah.
leader.
Yeah.
And that
yeah.
was because even when the lady was like, what, you got a crush on her or something? And I was
Yeah.
like,
He said,
I was like,
Down.
he was like, stop.
Man,
No.
he was like, yeah,
Yeah.
we gonna cut that out, right?
Yeah, Isaac. Yeah.
He was like,
Yeah.
we're
Oh,
not.
Isaac, yeah,
Yeah.
Isaac, yeah.
His real
It's
name
just
is
crazy
Jeffrey
to-
Wright. Yeah.
It's crazy to see, like, so Abby's like she's like a real important person to that whole team. So
Mhm.
I'm just wondering how it's going to be next season. But then it's like it sort of parallels with Jesse too. It's like how Jesse's just like that strict, like to the point. Like I'm not doing nothing outside of the mission. You know, Ellie wants to be reckless, and so I sort of see the parallels between Jesse's gone now, but you know the parallels between Abby and Jesse in that way of like that leadership type role. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
And you know what that what you guys are talking about earlier, we might end up seeing Jesse's journey to Tommy in the next season, just because, and it's going to be later on in the season because remember like I said earlier in the radio, they were getting sniped by somebody, right? So I would think if you're showing Abby's venture, I would think you probably would show something like that, right? You would show like that
Right.
scene of somebody shooting some sniper in a whatever shooting. So maybe we might see it.
That would
Yeah,
be good.
Yeah, that makes sense because unless I missed something, but when Abby had came in and she was about to shoot Tommy, and she was like, he killed my friends. Why did she come to that conclusion? Like, like what happened before that to where she would conclude him? Because she said he killed my friends. So I'm wondering if they're gonna show that in season 3, like maybe where she got that from, like what was her perspective of, did she see him running from somewhere, like what was he doing,
Well,
Question.
she did.
Oh wait, so because
Question.
Abby wasn't on the ship, right?
Mm-mm,
Abby
exactly.
wasn't on the ship,
She wasn't.
so maybe it was like a Tommy Jesse versus Abby type thing. Maybe.
Yeah. Question. How many when Abby, that in episode 2 when Abby killed Joel, how many was in her group?
Like
I'd say maybe 4
or 5.
4 or 5. 4 or 5.
4 or
5, right?
5.
Yeah.
If it was
It was
5,
like 3 guys, right? 3 guys, and then the 2 girls, and then Abby. So 6.
Yeah, I think
So
it's
six-
So 3
Oh,
guys,
okay.
isn't it?
okay, so
5
if
or
it was
6.
5 or
It said the
6,
6. They said the 6.
okay, so if it was 5 or 6, then Ellie only killed what, like 3?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if Abby went by herself to the theater, she didn't bring no crew unless she just left her crew behind, or like what JD said, Tommy killed my friends. Maybe Tommy
Yeah.
killed the other
they can-
in her crew.
Oh,
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Huh.
That
Interesting.
and then could also explain Abby tracking them back to the theater.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Exactly. Yep. We
Because
cracked
how
it.
else
Yeah,
would
exactly.
Abby know?
I was about to say that. Yep.
That's it. Which means
How did Abby know that there
That
was
that would make sense. That would make sense.
That could mean that she actually shot Tommy then. Like that gunshot could be a now we're even.
It could be.
Like, because she's not wrong. Like,
Yeah.
she was trying to explain a situation she thought she knew. Ellie was. And it's like,
Right.
I saw him kill my two friends. I never knew you killed the other two. We have a problem now, but I'm trying to get,
And that makes no sense why she would say that, like, for her, because she was not there when, to see, and that's too fast. Like, Abby wasn't there to see the pregnant woman, the people that Ellie killed on accident, basically. Like, she wasn't there to see that. And if she would have been hiding, maybe peeking, or came after, she wouldn't have connected that to Tommy, because Tommy and Ellie and Jesse all left that place together. So she wouldn't just conclude Tommy. So I think that's what happened. I think that's true.
Bad argument. Yeah.
I'm excited for season 3. Like, I feel like this is going to be more adventurous. It's going to be more, action going on. Like, it's going to be a better storyline, like better characters to follow. Because if they're going to follow Abby's perspective, like, I feel like it's just going to be better than following Ellie's perspective.
It's like hit or miss. Like, Last of Us has some really good characters, but I don't think they know they do. Like, they don't seem to follow the people that, like, matter. Like, it was almost like Joel and Ellie was an accident, but it's like after that, it's like they couldn't tell who was the strongest. I don't know. Yeah, that's
well, because it's following a game, so it's literally ignoring all the side. It's ignoring all the side characters.
They should have just casted poorly for the side characters and actually casted very well for the main characters.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like Ellie. I think it's the decisions they have her making. If she wasn't, like, if I think of all of season 2, well, there's other things too. But I just think if Ellie wasn't making those dumb decisions of trying to go fight 6 people that are armed, or trying to go, like, just all the decisions she's made, I feel like it would be better to watch. Like, we wouldn't be as irritated or frustrated even following her. I think it's just all her decisions that she makes. Like, if she was more mature, like really kind of embodied what Joel instilled in her, and kind of like, if they would have made her like that, and I keep seeing people say that too, like that, I guess, have played the game, like in the comments, I think someone said it earlier, they were like, oh, the video game Ellie is 10 times better than the movie.
I was actually just going to say that. I was waiting for you to finish, because I was going to say that they're saying that Ellie is way better in the video game, and I haven't seen that in this season at all. At all.
It makes me want to play the game. I might end up, like, just to get a different perspective of Ellie.
I mean, I'm not a gamer at all, but I'm about to play it too.
No, you don't. I'm telling you, you don't have. I never played it, but I watch Cuba. Just go to Rundown Productions. He plays it. I'm telling you, I watch Cuba play all of this, so I know about Ellie, just because I watch Cuba play. You know what I'm saying? Like the video game version. So so
just don't be throwing him under the bus about him getting it into. Elevator.
You're gonna see him die and jump off cliffs a lot.
I literally just wanted to go just to see that. I was like, that's so cool. He just threw him under the bus.
And you guys know how to check the little private chat, right?
Yeah.
No, JC do. You saw? Okay, all right. Just let you guys know. But yeah. So if you guys want to go check out Cuba play, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the only part. Everything else was cool. He gets through the game, he survives, you know what I mean? That one part where he just couldn't figure it out and he just kept dying and dying. I was dying. That was hilarious, man. Shout out to Cuba though, man. You know what I mean?
One
the link
thing,
is
DJ,
now in the chat, by the way.
One thing I just thought about, DJ. So remember, she wanted to go after the 6 guys, right, with the guns, right, and it's just 2 of them. Now, if you're trying to go on that boat to go after Abby, and she has a crew, right, and in this time frame, right, you only know that one of them is dead, right, because you killed one, right. So that's like 5 of them left. So you're knowingly going on a boat with possibly 5 armed people. You're not coming out of that alive.
Exactly.
And they're trained. So it's like, I'm thinking to myself, and then they show the 2, and I'm just like, okay, plot armor. Because
that was convenient.
It's like, I was like, what?
Yeah.
You're knowingly going on a boat by yourself with a with just a handgun. You're not even gonna go with like an assault rifle. You're gonna go with a handgun. Like just the decision making was just crazy.
Does anybody know why the chief of the wolves had basically said like it's really likely that I'm gonna die today and maybe
I didn't
Ali
get
too?
that either.
Oh,
Like,
because of that,
yes,
they attack on that island. That's what they went to go do. That full scale attack on their main island, where the scars were. When they took those, remember they took those boats out and they all turned the lights off, and then they all went out. Yeah, and that's what saved Ellie from being
Oh my
being
God.
strung up.
That's
Yeah.
bro.
was
That's
about
another.
to try to shoot them with a
Another.
handgun.
Just another dumb decision she was about to make, bro. She had the gun pointed at the guy because she was going to shoot him, and all those freaking boats were coming. And I was like, if you would have shot that shot, oh yeah, you're done. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
just
Oh man.
oh,
I don't know.
another
Some
dumb
people might
decision.
be better at like better marksmen than me, but I did not think that that 9 mil was gonna make that shot anyway. Like I'm like, she was not that was scope range, at least for me. I don't know what y'all about, but I was like, she is not about that life. That is
It's
real.
show. It's so they would have had her execute.
two double headshot. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't
She
get why
would've
she
been
was trying
done.
to shoot them like that anyway. Like,
Also, she couldn't even identify him. Like that.
Right.
about shooting innocent people. You tried so hard to intervene for that other kid and you just made Jesse feel guilty, and then you were just about to shoot these two random people that was not Abby. And she even said, when was it when she was like, I'm not like you? Oh, it was when she finally did make it through to the pregnant person and Abby's crew. And I think they said
Oh yeah.
he was like, oh, she's gonna kill us regardless. And she was like, no, I'm not. She was like, 'cause I'm not like you. It's like, you were just about to kill two random people.
Right.
I was
And then proceeded to kill them.
Right.
right. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
Poor Ellie. Poor Ellie.
She's
Man,
taking some.
Not even Ellie. Poor the actress that played
I know.
Ellie. She getting a lot of heat.
Yeah, that's tough because that's a hard thing to pull off in writing. Like everybody knows that, like that villain line, like you're not so different, you and I. But it's like
Right.
in order to write so that line makes sense, because there's times where it's like, oh man, you really are just like the villain. You're willing to cut edges and do what you got to do. But then there's times where it's like, no, we're very different actually. In fact, I don't even know why you said that. Like. That's what, like, when Ellie said, like, oh, me and Jesse are the same. I'm like, no.
Like, watch yourself.
No.
Well, you know, I will
Not
say
even
this.
close.
I think Abby and Ellie are different because Abby didn't risk her team.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even though she did activate that crazy flood of zombies, but they didn't go attacking her team. You know what I'm saying? She didn't put her team
Right.
in jeopardy. You know, she got her job done and they left. You know what I'm saying? So
Wait, didn't she
Ellie-
want to? Didn't she? Wasn't Abby? I don't know why I have memory of that, where Abby was trying to actually do that, and didn't someone speak up and say,
Oh
like,
yeah, somebody spoke up. Yeah.
like they're gonna get us all?
Oh, I have a
killed?
plan. Yeah, I have
Yeah.
a plan.
Like,
Yeah.
we're not going through with this because Abby's about to take us on a suicide mission. Like,
Oh yeah. Well then,
But then she found Joel by accident.
exactly. Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
The whole apocalypse of zombie that she woke up.
Mhm. She just happened to come back with him.
Your
Like,
luck.
oh.
Your luck right there.
Yeah, because they were not
Yeah.
trying to do it. So,
Yeah. What's up, Cuba? AG?
Salute.
What's happening,
Oh my
man?
God.
Oh my God. Hey, Cuba, man. Hey, don't be spoiling nothing, man. I know you already know what
Yeah,
happened.
Cuba. Yeah.
Well, DJ, Oh, what happened? my to next bad, man. season is that- Oh,
I was posting it all in the comments. My bad. Damn.
Whoa.
I was posting it all in the comments.
Don't look at the comments, y'all. Tell you that.
Wait, spoiling what? What were we talking about spoiling?
Well,
Man.
nah, nothing really though. But I mean, y'all see. I mean, and that's what I was telling DJ, man. Then they ain't really like they in my opinion, they fast tracked it a bit too fast, bro. Like I feel like they should have stretched out some stuff just a bit more to make sense for season 3. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Man,
I
Ellie
I
agree.
don't
though,
know, man.
man. But yeah, I'm feeling all that. It was like that girl ain't want Jesse to be the father.
Facts.
It's like it was like she was it was like she was mentally trying to tell herself he's not the father. Ellie's the father. Like, bruh.
Yeah, man. Ford
Like,
Focus
Bro,
ain't on the
Facts.
show, man.
and it's like
that
he ain't
makes a
even
lot
get
of
a
sense.
chance to shoot. He just walked out the freaking theater room. Bah! I'm like,
I
oh man.
know.
Hey, man, I got something to say, man.
Yeah, go ahead. Q.
Hey, listen, right? How come everybody in here got precision with that damn gun, man? She's as soon as he came through that damn door, man, boom,
What?
right in the face, right in the cheek, right?
Man.
And then Ellie, I forget which episode. It was after was it after the community when they stormed the community, right? Up there shooting them damn zombies in the train, the clickers and the runners in the train, one shot.
Yep. All headshots too, Cuba. By the way, all
All
headshots.
headshots.
Yeah, all
Well, I
headshots.
think
So are they trying to tell me that Ellie is better than John Wick?
John Wick.
Bro, because that's what she was looking like running through that train.
But she couldn't hit. What's the old girl name that fell down in the basement at that
Oh,
place?
That
Yeah,
girl.
I couldn't get
Nora.
her name for I couldn't get her name right for nothing yesterday. But Nora, yeah, like when she was running, she couldn't shoot at get Nora. Remember when she was running and shooting the
Oh,
gun at her?
right.
Yep.
Mhm.
But
So
She
you
Nora,
got
missed
him,
every
but
Nora
time.
was
everything
gone.
else, but
Nora
you
was
couldn't run
in
Dude,
the.
full
yeah,
blown.
she did everything right.
Nora
She
was gone.
Hey, and Cuba and Nora didn't even zigzag. She was just running straight.
No.
mm-mm,
Yeah, she attracts
that
them
girl.
Hey,
in
Yeah,
them
she
she
Yeah,
boots
attracts
too.
her. Full perfect
yeah,
form.
had
Bro.
perfect form. Like she
mhm,
was
She was like
gone.
Resident Evil.
yeah. She was like, but before the infected, I had a career, and I'm gonna use it because yeah, she was in the
I had a
well,
career.
it like man, I don't want to spoil it though, cause man, but
That's
honestly
funny.
though, the way it's going, I don't think they're gonna show that story though. But man, I low key don't want to. I ain't really spoiling nothing, but I get, but y'all kind of right though, because it's not really like how do I say the events of how the shooting and stuff go down don't really make sense. Because I remember the episode Nord, she couldn't shoot her, but if y'all, I don't know if they see, and I can't remember. I have to go rewatch the series, but Tommy. After he graduated, he went to go serve in the army near like the Desert Storm, and then after that, he went to go serve like in the Fireflies. And in this, man, I don't really want to. I ain't really spoiling though, because I feel like if they were gonna tell this story, they would have told it already. But Tommy taught Ellie how to shoot.
Yes, in
Oh
the game.
yeah, they kind of showed they speed ran that with the sniper thing. I remember that
Okay,
episode.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay, but
yeah.
yeah. So I mean, yeah, man, I hate Ellie, bro. Like, come on now, bro. She wasn't even thinking, bro. Like, bro, oh man, it just pissed me off, bro.
Yeah,
Oh man.
DJ, man. Listen, right? I told you, man. She got that Mr. Incredible face, man. What the hell is going on, man?
What the hell is going on?
Oh my God,
Hold
what
on.
the hell is going on with this damn Ellie, man? Just you couldn't get another actress for this, but I think they still kept her because of the flashbacks.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I
And
wish
then,
it
what
was.
in the game? It was more than 5 years in the game, wasn't it?
No, it was 5 years in the game.
It was.
Yeah, it's 5. If
Mhm.
I'm not mistaken, it was
Yeah.
like, yeah. If I'm not, and see, that's another thing that pissed me off though, bro. Cause see, Abby, I kind of respect that because she waited 5 years to kill Joe. This girl Abby waited. I mean, this girl Ellie waited how many weeks before she went to Seattle to try and
21
kill him?
days or
I'm
something
like,
like
oh,
that.
21
nah, bro,
days.
nah, that ain't gonna do it, bro. Nah, Abby preyed on that man for 5 years. You went straight to Seattle, man. That don't make no sense.
Man,
Yeah.
so what? I mean, because remember, I think see that's the difference between Abby and Ellie, and that's why what's that fool Isaac was talking about. Abby is probably gonna be the one to take over. She's the next one in line because you think about it, Abby had a plan to kill Joel, and it took her 5 years to plan this all out, and then of course look for him, right? But that's how long it took because you gotta make sure everything is right and perfect. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you do. You know what I mean? But Ellie is just like, no, man, I'm guns blazing, ta 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 ta, cowboy style. You know, I don't care who's in my face. You know, it's like, oh, no, you're not. You're dumb as hell. This is why Dina is the brains. because I just want to shoot
No,
everybody. Like, no, man, come
facts.
on.
Yeah, she was thinking backwards. Now the smart thing you should have did was go get Jesse and Tommy, and then maybe all three of y'all could have went to go get her.
Yeah.
But nah, you want to
Yeah.
go try and take her out by yourself.
But they
That's
voted
not very smart
going though.
thinking.
They voted against
Well,
going.
yeah, remember Ellie went. Remember Ellie went to Tommy. She didn't go to Jesse, but she did
Yeah,
go to
he tried.
Tommy. And then yeah, and Tommy was just like, "Hey, I can't stop you." Like, you know what I mean? Like,
No, no, no,
I know
no.
what you're trying to do.
I mean when she found Jesse, when she was on the hunt to look for Tommy, and then
Oh,
Jesse
at
found her.
the when she was looking at the Ferris wheel.
Yeah, yeah, that's what they should have did.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
She
yeah,
should have went with Jesse to get Tommy, and then all three of them go
yeah.
to get Abby.
Oh,
That would
that's
have been a
Yeah.
smart thing to do.
yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
You just
yeah.
I
don't go
agree.
there by yourself.
I agree.
Well,
That
Like
yeah,
because
that
she
was
keeps being
You thinking
selfish.
backwards, bro. Then you would have been,
yeah.
if possible, then you probably would have been able to torture her like you know what I'm saying? Because see, that's what Abby did to Ellie. I mean, not
Joel,
she didn't mean to do it. She didn't mean to do it though, but see, she had several people, with her so she could torture Joel. But she was trying to do that by herself. See, now you should have replicated what she did. You should have went.
with Joe
You should have.
Tati.
You know what I'm trying to say. You should have went with
Yeah.
three of your
Yeah.
guys, so then you could, if you get the chance, then you could torture Abby. But she wasn't trying
Yeah.
to do all that.
But
Yeah.
Ellie's been constantly impulsive. Like she just, I mean, she don't, like you said, Abby waited 5 years. Ellie said, I'm going tomorrow. Like I'm going to go handle this now. It's like she's just always been impulsive with her decisions.
But
It's
I
like,
kind of get it though, because of the
I think it's because she feels guilty.
guilty.
I think it's
Yes,
because she feels
yes.
guilty because when Joel told her, remember she said, "Don't lie to me," because she lied about how she killed the therapist's husband, and then threw him under the bus with her after he had just lied. It's like, no, that's not what happened. So then he
mhm.
asked her, "I know how you lie now. Tell me the truth. What happened at the hospital?" So I think seeing him die in front of her and then finding out why he did what he did, I think she feels extremely guilty that she's not even
Yeah.
thinking at all. Like literally at all, anybody.
Mhm.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
Because she just wants to get revenge and she thinks she's gonna get satisfaction avenging Joel. But in reality, like I don't even think she should tell Abby, to be honest with you.
Mm.
I mean,
It's
that's
just
just
the
me.
way
I don't
she
think she
killed him,
should tell
though.
because she almost got
It's just,
Tommy killed and she called
it's
Jesse killed already.
man, it's just the way she did it, though, man. She like she shot his leg, then cut it off, and then beat him to death. I think that's what. Now, if she just shot him, I'd be more understandable if you could just let it go. But now she tortured him, bro. That's what, and then she made him watch. That's why I'm like, nah, she kind of gotta go, bro. Like, nah,
Let it
bro,
go.
you could have just shot him in the leg and just executed him. And then I mean, y'all remember Joe was like, just shut the F up and just get it over with. She's like, no, you don't get off that easy, old man.
Yeah.
Even one of the guys in her crew was like, okay, end this already. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, the guy that she shot, yeah, he was just like, he was just like injured already. Like, there's no need to, oh man. But then I can't even blame Joe for doing what he did though, because see, what a lot of people forget in the game, there was a recording that there was a 90% chance that she would have died for no reason because they wouldn't have been able to massively produce the cure, or they don't know if she even had the cure.
Mhm.
She
Mm.
just had to die. She just had to die. She just had to die for them to have a chance at finding a good cure. But there was no guarantee that they were gonna have. There was no guarantee. So that's why I was like, man, I kind of withdraw on that. But oh man, Ellie gotta. Oh man, she just pissed me off, bro. It's just, bro. It's just the what y'all was saying earlier. It's like the writers. It's like, bro, why did y'all make Jesse seem like he was some, like some nuisance or something. Like, bro was just trying to take care of his baby mama, and his baby mama hated him. I'm like, you do know that's the father, right?
Yeah, and he was solid ever since Jesse got on the screen. Like he was just solid.
Yeah.
I feel like he didn't get like, I don't know, just like enough screen time and like to show his competence and like, I don't know. I think, and then just for him to go on this whole mission, then they don't even show the journey of like what he had to fight to save them. And
Yeah,
then,
that's facts, man.
and
Like
then
I
he
said,
dies. It's like,
I'd like to see it, but it's just like at this point, you might as well like I mean, like I said, I'm all for it, to get extra screen, extra episodes or whatever. But I feel like that stuff you should have kind of, in my opinion, that stuff you should have kind of did like earlier, or you should have made episodes about that. So therefore, it would make perfect sense to like make a season 3. And I was like, I feel like the way they fast tracked it, it doesn't really. There's not much story to tell. I mean, yeah, I mean, there's really not much story to tell unless you go back in time. But you could have been telling that story before, you got to Abby.
Yeah, they had a lot of time to do it with all the guitar playing scenes and the intimate romantic
Yeah.
scenes. And, like
Like
they
you could have made a good
really
extra. You could have made like honestly, if we're just being completely honest, you could have made I'd say at least 5 of the episodes just based on like the other people's perspective before you got to Abby. But they just went straight to Abby.
Because I would have wanted to hear, because I'm with you, AG. I would have wanted to hear the conversation that Tommy and Jesse had to have to even leave. Like, because they'd have to leave families, they'd have to leave. Like, that's a real decision. I want to hear that conversation. I want to see them go. I want to see the part where he says, yo, this was not easy finding y'all. And then I want to see how they get saved. Well, when Tommy gets stuck, he gets saved. Like, there's a lot of scenes that I would have much rather watched besides like watching. Yeah.
I feel like they dropped the ball, like the directors like dropped the ball in both of those areas, because it's like that's 2 approaches they could have took that they for whatever reason chose not to, because it's like they could have showed everything you just said, like Jesse and Tommy's conversation on them leaving. They could also show the journey of whatever Jesse meant by it wasn't easy, because like again Ellie and Dina had it very easy, and it's like
That alone the episode.
But they didn't show. It's like they didn't even show. That would have just been an exciting season 2, like the journey to Seattle, like showing Tommy and Jesse going and whatever they faced while following behind Dina and Ellie. Like if they would have showed both of them, sets of people like dealing with the infecteds, like going into different buildings, having to just deal with the infecteds, like and the scariness of it for both parties. Like that would have been a fun season 2, and then they finally get to Abby. Like I just think I don't know why they didn't do that. They didn't show Jesse and Tommy's journey at all, and then Dina and Ellie's journey was a breeze. Like what? How?
They just rode a horse majority of the way through there. That's it. And they slept in a tent for one night.
One out of 21 days, one night.
Yeah.
Like okay.
I feel like it's like they literally changed genres this season. Like this became a romance instead of like a zombie. Like they forgot about the intelligent zombies and all the other zombies, and then they switched that out for like, yeah, I don't know. I'd be really interested.
That's the perfect setup. It's like it's just the perfect setup that they had so much to work with that they didn't use. Like their whole journey to Seattle, like, and they don't encounter a single infected, and then we don't see Tommy and Jesse's journey at all. Like there was your plot. I mean, there's the scenes, like.
No, you could have made a whole season 2. Just like I said, you could have the whole season 2 could have just been like like you said, the journey to Seattle or them in Seattle get into each other. But they ain't do that though, and that's something like it kind of, in my opinion, I really just feel like, I mean, like I said, it what annoys me the most is that, I mean, I think they already got renewed for 2 more seasons, if I'm not mistaken. I know for sure they got renewed for 1, but I saw some report that when they got renewed for 1, it's basically saying they got renewed for 2 because they were saying they needed 2 more seasons to conclude, to perfectly tell, the rest of the story. And I was just like, well, if they knew that, and 9 times out of 10, you get that news before you even get into the production of season 2. You kind of already know you're going to get renewed for other seasons. So they should have just, like you said, all of season 2 pretty much could have just been the journey to Seattle or journey to Seattle and the journey in Seattle finding each other. And then you could have left it like on another cliffhanger or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Somebody needs to interview the directors. Like if I could talk to them, I would ask that question. Like, why did y'all choose to not show any of their journeys? Like, and that was the point, was for them to get to Abby in Seattle. Like, and to show in a zombie or infected type of movie. Like, I just wonder why they chose to do that. Because all the scenes, it's not like they had a better replacement. Like, who made that call? Like, like who said, no, we think it's better if we don't show them dealing with no infecteds and they actually just talk about their love. And, it's like, why choose that option and make it peaceful rather than like action on the whole journey? Like, I don't know who made that executive decision.
Yeah, that was a weird call for a zombie movie.
Very weird.
Yeah, because it's not like the game. Because in the game they got infected, and in between all those little scenes, there's some infected somewhere. So
I don't. I definitely remember using my ammo. But in this one, I'm like, I didn't even know when Abby asked like, "Can I get some of your ammo?" When she asked Jesse for ammo, I was like, "Did you use any?" Like,
right? Like, what do you need it for? Like, when did you use it?
Be out of anything? Y'all done had a whole trip peaceful.
She's so unprepared. My God,
she packed her guitar and ain't packed no bullets.
It pissed me off playing the game. I'm like, I ain't got no bullets, man.
Oh man!
Oh God,
Like,
Cuban, you gotta consume your bullets in the game.
Exactly, I gotta run to these guys. I gotta use whatever hammer or a bat with
an
spikes
axe.
on it.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, I ain't got no bullets, man. I guess I gotta run and charge them or something.
And then it annoys me because you'll search that whole city and you'll find one shotgun bullet. Like, bruh.
Exactly. I'm searching everything. You watch me play. I'm looking through drawers.
Yeah, I be searching and why is it through the majority of the game? Every time you open up a drawer, it just be ice. It just be ice in a drawer, bruh, in a paper at most. A lot of times you open these big cabinets, it just be like ice in there. I'm like, bruh.
Sometimes you find nothing.
Yeah, sometimes you find nothing.
So it's like, Jesus Christ. Well, hopefully people ain't because I did the show on it and people said that what was it 5.3 million for the season premiere and it dropped all the way to like 3.7. So people was already fed up with Ellie, man. It was like the hell with her.
It's just like the game. It's crazy. It's like it's getting the same reviews as the game did when they killed Joel.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. They shouldn't have did that. Well, I guess if it's following the game. I keep forgetting that. So
No, yeah, that's true. But even from the game perspective, I'm like, no, we like Joel. I mean, I feel like they should have killed Tommy off and then have Joel because Tommy didn't really have that much story. You should have killed. I mean, at least, we hear the dialogue of the story, but screen time, Roz, that you could have killed. You should have killed Tommy off and then had Joel and Ellie, on their trip. But see, I don't know if I really would do that.
It wouldn't connect with the
viewer.
That's
true.
Right?
Yeah,
the viewer, we're all connected with Joel.
Yeah, man, that's
really
true.
Connected
JC.
with Tommy, so if Tommy dies, it's like
we don't care. Yeah,
sad for Joel, but people don't care. It's like whatever.
Yeah, bro. See, yeah, that's true, man.
Yeah, we felt the Joel
Right.
I remember when I first played the game, bro. Like I didn't play the game for like a week or two. I was just like, bro, this can't be true. It's the way she did it too, bro. He was like, just shut the F up and get it over with. And she was like, no, you don't get the easy way, old man. Bro, it bothers me the way she did it, bro.
Hey, what if it was vice versa though?
What do you mean?
What if all of a sudden, what if Ellie gone and Joel up here doing this damn hiking and he up there on the revenge tour?
Man, I don't see Joel as that type of guy though, bro. Joel, man,
when they took her ass, he was up there on the revenge tour.
Yeah, he did it the first time.
He remember he killed them two in that house when they was where were they at? When she where he was, I guess, sleeping. She needed them damn painkillers with the medicine.
Yeah. I remember that.
So, and he healed up, and then they already took her. I forget what old dude's name he took her. So, man, Joe, man, don't play with Joe when he gets angry, man. But oh well,
man. Oh, man, and that's why, man. Like I said, I was all for the show, but most of the time, dude. And there's another, man. I don't know if y'all heard about it. it's kind of off topic though. But usually, man, when they bring Hollywood to a video game, man, it kind of, bro, I ain't gonna lie, it kind of kills the fan base. And then after that, it's like once it kills the fan, it's like once they kill the cinema fan base, it's like once they try and put out a game of it, it's like for some reason, it's like the community just be dead. They did that with like Assassin's Creed, bro. It was like, man, I don't know if y'all remember, but I remember because I'm a big Assassin's Creed guy. They brought that game to cinema. I mean, they brought the game, to cinema. They made a movie on it, bro. And the movie ain't hold up to the game, bro. And it's just like every time they drop Assassin's Creed, it's just, bro, it ain't done well since that movie flop.
I ain't never seen that movie.
You never seen it? It was all right. I mean, I like it because I'm just a fan, just in general though. But bro, since they killed that, man, it's like when they brought the cinema to it and they didn't tell the story correctly, it's like it just killed the community for the game. And that's what I hope doesn't happen, for Last of Us. I doubt it though, but I hope it doesn't happen.
Well, from what you're saying, this TV series is better than that movie.
Yeah, oh yeah, but yeah, of course, without a doubt, without a doubt. But Ellie, bro, damn, got my nigga Jesse killed, bro.
I don't
It pisses
I
me
don't think
off,
there
man.
isn't gonna be a number 3, like as far as the game, just because there's no adversary.
Well, I know I was reading a report, man, not Jason. I think they already confirmed Last of Us 3, bro. If I'm not mistaken, dog. It's called like I don't know if I think they said it's gonna be called The Last Chapter. But I was just reading on like a few weeks. Man, let me search it up real quick. I was just reading on it though.
Yeah, if it is, I'm a copy. Shoot.
Yeah.
Oh man, I seen Assassin's Creed, by the way.
You seen the movie, DJ?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Was it good?
Nah,
He said, nah.
man, nah, I wouldn't know that. It wasn't
Now,
great.
DJ, I have a question for you. So, after you watched Cuba play the game, and now you're watching like the show, how do which version do you think is better so far?
Man, I'm better, man.
And I'm better, man. Nah, I think I mean the show is kind of following the game a little bit, but the game, like I said, I think there's certain scenes in the game whereas I feel like they should have kept, you know. Um there's just more action in the game than in the show. You know what I mean? And so I think they should have stayed with the game a little bit more. But I think they're trying to create a storyline or like another storyline within the show, and that's why I was just like, I don't. That's. I mean, I guess if you want to do that, but yeah, I'm not a fan. But my wife was because my wife also watches Cuba's game his walkthroughs, and she kind of was kind of like saying the same thing about Ellie. She kind of was like, you know, in the game, Ellie's more like ruthless.
Yeah,
She's more like I don't give a damn.
and more badass too. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, yeah. And so my wife was saying that she thinks that she should have stayed. They should have made Ellie more like that in the show.
Uh-huh.
But in the show, they're making her both. They're making her she's a badass, but she's not at the same time. Like she's showing a lot of sympathy, a lot of care, and things like
Right,
that. And like the part where when she killed the girl that was pregnant in the when she was looking for Abby. Like she was
right.
showing care, she started crying, things like that. And then the part where at the end where Abby had the gun pointed to her or had the gun pointed to Tommy, whatever, and Ellie was showing all this like sympathy or she started crying, things like that. And
Yeah.
so my wife was just like, nah, man, like you should have been just be like, yeah, I killed them, and what? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, so and that's kind of like how she comes across in the game. So my wife just kind of feels like they should have just kept her with that type of character, you know, and so, but
Do
but
you
yeah,
think?
like I don't know. What's up?
Do you think they maybe altered Ellie's character to sort of try to fit the actress that's playing her?
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. It's weird too, because like I don't know. Ellie in season one was cool, you know, but I
Mm,
don't know. Maybe. But you know what? It's kind of like what Tim said earlier too. Like for some reason, it feels like when Ellie is like by herself and she's like I don't know the solo, like
yeah,
it's not. I don't know. It's not that good. Like she needs someone to take the lead. And that's
yeah,
why when she was with Joel all the way through season one, it was like, oh, it was great. You know what I mean? And then even with this one, when Jesse came along, it was just like, oh yeah, now it's good again. Like you know what I mean? It's
right.
but when Ellie is by
Now there's
herself, it's kind of
structure.
like,
Yeah,
Wait,
there's
yeah.
a,
DJ, you saying that Abby is AD and Joel is Bron?
See, there you go.
Ah,
Yeah, I'm not going there. I'm not gonna. Yeah,
yeah, Chris on the panel. I'm kidding.
yeah, Chris, come on. I say you about to bring Chris up here, man.
oh man.
But I might get back. I mean, I ain't played since I gotten back on my channel, so I've been going to bed earlier and all that. So we got to come up with topics to talk about.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I don't know. I'll figure something out.
Shoot, yeah. I mean, there's so many upcoming movies, coming out, man. It's just kind of always something. Even if you think it ain't gonna get no views and it's a dumb movie, yeah, just do it anyway if it ain't nothing else.
I mean, well, yeah, I already know that because I see all these. What's the guy that do a lot of entertainment news and movies and TV shows and all that. So I think John Campea got like 350,000 subscribers.
Hmm.
So getting like what 2.6, sometimes 3K people live. So right
Yeah,
off rip, I already know. Like if you got that many subscribers and you're getting 3,000 people, it depends. So you're not going to get 300. If you got 350 people, you're not going to get 350,000 people watching. It's impossible.
right. Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, just keep doing it. That's all I gotta say. Post every day.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna
Yeah.
do.
For real. Keep grinding, man. That's it, man. But
So
but yeah, we're gonna shut this one down, man, and head to the back cave. Man, yeah, right? Yeah.
rock on.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Appreciate everybody for joining us, man, on Rated R for Reviews, man. This is what we do. Whatever show that we about to be covering, man, that's what we do, man. Now that the Last of Us is done, um, you know, I'm still doing the Naked and Afraid. That's on episode 2 just finished, so about to be episode 3. Normally there's 10 of those, so after and then I'm gonna keep going all the way till 10, and then after that
Squid Games.
we're
Yeah.
doing Squid Games, right?
Yep. Squid Games. Yep.
Yeah.
What,
So
first season, second season?
No, the third season that's coming out.
When does that come out?
I think in about a week.
God,
no, not a week. No, is it? No,
I know it's
Yeah.
this year though. I think.
it's this year.
it's
Yeah. Hold on.
it's June. We went over it. It was June something. Damn, it is June already. I thought it was I thought you said it was like. 'Cause I
Oh,
remember
that's
when you
right.
said
That's
it.
right. June. Oh yeah, June 27th. June
Yeah,
27th.
because I
June
remember when you
27th.
said it,
Yeah.
I had like 2 more episodes of the Naked and Afraid, and I'm barely
Right.
on about to be 3. So
You know what it was, DJ? I'm looking at the date. That is the 28th, and I was just thinking. I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah. So June 27th.
yeah,
June 27th.
cool. So yeah, we're about to do that afterwards. So anyway, appreciate everybody joining us, man. Hit the like button, subscribe, and come back again next week. Peace out.